started. Hey everybody, I'm Liz, your teacher, and here we are for level 2, and this is the last week of 2023, or the last class, last week of the last month of the last class. all that, okay. Welcome everybody, I'm so glad you're here. Well, let's get started with the drill, but I told everybody when I sent you the Zoom link what our classes were focusing on. Thank you. Tonight we're going to work on our Arabic hip twist or rhythmic undulation hip twist. Yay! Yay! And there will be no swimming allowed in this class, and I'll come back to that later. But let's start off with is just trying to work with all the steps that we've been working on so far this month. So I'm going to play a song that's fast and slow, and we'll work on a little bit of both. So this song's called Utopia. It's really fun, and just follow me if you don't know it. And I'll just be changing from fast vocabulary to slow vocabulary. I know I had it in my level 3 playlist, so we're going to jump over there. So it's about 3.5 minutes long. It is really fun, fast and slow. There it is. It's from a group called the Bangladecs. Follow me. Yeah. Woo! Very energetic song. All right, good job. Inhale, arms up. Press the shoulders down, keeping the hands up. Now release the low back, soften the knees, keeping the shoulders pressed down, turn the palms back and slowly lower the arms. Contract in the middle back to help you support the arms as you slowly lower them down. Rolling the shoulders forward, up, back, and down. And again, pressing the shoulders down, rolling them forward, up, back, and down. Wiggle the fingers. Bring the right arm across the front of the body. Pull it in towards you with your left hand. Be careful not to pull on the elbow joint. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. Shoulders press down. Contract in the middle of the back, keeping the knees soft. Releasing low back. Squeeze in the middle back to support the arms as your arms slowly come down, palms facing the back of the room. Release the arms, shake it out, bring the shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. Pressing the shoulders down, arms out wide, wiggle the fingers, bring the left arm across the front of the body, pull it in towards you with the right, avoiding the elbow joint. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, releasing the arms. Inhaling up overhead, keeping the shoulders pressed down. Now let's go ahead and grab the elbows and just sway from side to side, feeling a nice stretch in the side body. So as you've got your arms right beside your head, contract in the back to take the arms back behind the ears. Rather than letting the elbows come in front of your shoulders, try to keep your elbows directly over your shoulders. So this just helps you to train to keep the arms back to frame the face beautifully when you're dancing. And let's keep the arms that way and go ahead and take them over to the left. Side stretch over to the right. Take your arms to the left and press your hips out. Just kind of lean into the right foot. Feel a nice stretch there on the right side and come back to center. And take your upper body over to the right and lean your hips out to the left. So really lifting that rib cage up. Nice stretch in the left side body. Keeping the arms back. Come back to center. Good. And reach up with the arms and let's twist and open to the back and look over the right hand. And we'll wave because Jory just came in. Hey, Jory. Come back to center. And twist open to the left and look back at the left hand with your fingers. Wave at everybody else. Hello. Because I have to let people in. All right. No, I let her in whenever I came back and added the song. Stepping back with the right foot. All right, feel the stretch in that leg when you step back and bend a little bit more into this front leg. Pressing the heel down for a good stretch in the back of the ankle and the calf. Come up on the ball of the right back foot. Bend both knees down. Now you feel the stretch in the front of the leg. So contracting the glutes is the only time we contract glutes in this class. And contracting low belly. So you can just hold your hands there to remind you, contract glutes, contract low belly. And let's slowly come down, squeezing the glutes as you come up. Squeeze the glutes as you go down. Squeeze the glutes as you come up. Good. Put your weight in the back foot and let's stretch the calf of the front left foot. Don't forget to breathe. All right, coming back to switching the feet. Take a step in back with the left foot. So pressing that heel down, feeling that nice stretch in the back of the ankle and the calf, shifting a little bit more into the front leg. Just kind of going back and forth. And contracting the glutes will come up on the ball of the left foot. Now you'll feel a little stretch in the front of the left leg. Contracting glutes, contracting low belly, and let's slowly lower down and pressing into the feet, contracting the glutes to come up and slowly lower down. Pressing into the feet, contracting the glutes. One more time. Put your weight in the left foot and let's stretch out the calf on the front right foot. Nice. Woo. All right, kick it out. So balancing on the left foot with a soft knee, and let's point and flex the right foot. And let's go ahead and circle the foot and the hands. Sometimes you can fix your eyes on a specific part of the wall or floor and it'll help your balance, but also what helps your balance is to keep your head level, shoulders level, and to keep that low belly engaged. Good, shake it out and let's switch to the right foot. So balancing on the right foot with a soft knee, point and flex the left foot. And now you know what's next. Let's circle the ankle and the hands. You can change directions at any time if you want to. Practicing a gaze on one specific part of the wall or floor. Good, shake it out. Inhale, arms up. Hands to heart center. Just preparing for some gratitude. Just take this in where we are right here in this moment in time. And gesture out to the right and the left for the space that we're in, the space that you're in. Bring hands overhead back. So we're going to do a lotus blossom over our head. So I'm going to go into a little bit more detail. Backs of the hands together. Let the left hand fall forward, the right hand fall back. Turn the palms up to the ceiling, connecting at the wrist. And move the right hand around to the right side in the front and the left hand around to the left side in the front. So now my right hand's in front and my palms are still facing up, okay? And now let's turn the palms down and then they're gonna slowly come down like the lotus is going back down into the murky waters for the evening. And then you can gesture to the floor or go ahead and come down here and touch the surface that we dance on. Your ears for the music we dance to. The floor again. Bring your hands together in front of your forehead for your teachers and in front of your heart for your ancestors. Gesture out for everyone we dance with and everyone we will dance for. And gracefully gather everything back up. And pull all those elements into your heart. Maybe get a little bit clamped. That's good. I always know when Helen's crying. I don't know why. I know, it's just a spidey sense, I guess. All right, everybody ready? So tonight we're going to work on a really beautiful round and fluid step in our FCBD vocabulary. It's got a really horizontal nature. So when you're doing this step, you want to hug? Give me a hug. No? Give me a hug. Let's hug it out. I wish everybody was here for me to hug them. No. So when you're working on this step, rhythmic undulation hip twist, or we could just call it hip twist, or you can call it Arabic hip twist. All of those names are valid. This was originally broken down on volume 4. And it's a classic move. So yes, everything on volumes 1 and 4 are the classic steps. And so just think when you're working on it tonight, round, fluid, horizontal, right? Okay, so, and we want it to be about the hip. Is there somebody in the kitchen?
I think it's your husband.
Oh my, okay.
A stranger.
Yeah, all right, so
Delivery guy.
the level one step is rhythmic undulation, which looks like this. Here, I'll show it to you from all sides as I pivot. So it's 2 counts. 1, 2, 1, 2. There's the undulation in the torso from the shoulders down to the hips. And even though it's a downward undulation, the energy of it is more upward, right? And we're on the balls of the feet. Our knees are soft. Our right foot is in front of the left. So all those same things will apply as we go into this variation. So now the variation of the hip twist is 4 counts, and it looks like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here it is from this direction. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you see, I'm still on the balls of my feet. I'm stepping in a number divisible of 2. I'm still lifting my chest every 2 counts. So now what I'm doing is creating this beautiful round frame with the arms, and my body's moving in between that round frame. My body's moving within that round frame of the arm. So let's talk about the feet first. So I'm going to be a dance angle. So everybody get on the balls of your feet, and let's bring the right foot forward. So I'm going to step with the right foot forward, left foot comes up and down where it is, and then I'm going to step my right foot beside my left, and I'm going to open my hips out to the right. I'm going to put all my weight on the right foot and then pivot back to dance angle, and then put my weight on the left foot. So what's important here is that I'm picking my feet up and putting them down. So 1, right foot down, and left foot up, 2, left foot down, and right foot up, 3, right foot down, and left foot up, 4, left foot down. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, left, right, left. So I want you to notice my feet aren't really stepping wide. It's pretty small. So we want to keep our feet underneath our hips to be able to create a dynamic posture, a dynamic step where we're controlling the step rather than kind of throwing or leaning our body and then trying to regain balance. So I'm just stepping right, left, left. I'm going to pick my feet up on the ands. Make sense?
Yep.
Okay. So I think the trickiest part here is to be able to step, turn your toe out, put all your weight on that right foot, and then pivot on that foot and come back to the left foot. Yeah, so that's the trickiest part of what's happening in the feet, but it's important to pick the feet up. So make sure you're doing that. I feel like the tempo of music needs to be a little slower in order for us to start out controlling this step. Otherwise, it just kind of gets way out of control. So torso, so let's put your hand on your chest, and let's put one hand on the low back. Okay, so as I step on 1, I'm going to lift my chest, and on 2, I'm going to release my hips, just like the core step. On 3, I'm going to step out with my right foot, lift my chest, and then I'm going to twist back to the left foot and release the hip. So 1, lift the chest, 2, release the hips, 1, lift the chest, 2, release the hips. So it kind of feels funny because I have to lift the chest when I'm balanced on my right foot, and then come back to my left foot and release the hips. So the goal of releasing the hips is getting you back into dance posture, because once we lift our chest to our 100%, your low body wants to come out of posture. So you got to correct that as soon as possible. Make sense? Yeah. Okay, arms, that is the tricky part. So rounded, so hold your arms out in front of you. So hands, elbows at shoulder height. Okay, so if you have your hands directly in front of your shoulders, that is too small. Bless you. That's too small of an opening. So we want a nice big basket, or we're pretend like we're hugging a big sequoia tree. Yeah, so my hands are about double the width. So I'm just showing you guys so you can see they're about double the width of my shoulders. Okay. So when my hands get wider, I've got to really make sure I'm contracting the middle back in my dance posture to be able to add some extra strength to hold these arms. So we're going to hold the arms at countertop, and we're going to step right, left, and then twist in between and try to keep that arm nice round frame. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay, and try to keep your head looking forward. I might be looking around because I'm trying to check you guys out, but let me turn this way and let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So can you see my head's looking forward the whole time? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you need to, put your hands on a wall. That'll be homework tonight. And go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because the biggest issue with the arms is something we call swimming arms, where people kind of contract and push them over to the left and bring them back to the center and the right. So they're making this circle with the arms, and that's not what we're doing. We're controlling the frame and moving our body within the frame. Yeah? Yeah. Okay, so it's kind of an optical illusion that there's a lot of movement in the arms, but there really isn't. It's because there's so much movement in the body and we're twisting. So just keep the arms stationary while the body pivots. The arms are framing and the body pivots. So not the head, it's just the torso and the low body, okay? Soft wrist rotation, okay, this can cause problems because if you start letting your hands to overtake your arms, then we have another swimming situation, right? So generally there's no swimming allowed in FCBD. I just don't know if you guys know that, but I just want to let you know, no swimming allowed. So, so this is a soft floreo. So we're going to turn the palms out and then wave the fingers behind, turn the wrist over, palms out, and then wave the fingers behind. So check it out. Like I am controlling my forearm to where my forearm is not squishing into my shoulders like this, yeah? And it's not going way out like that. So I'm gonna keep this frame, so check out, so make your frame, turn it in, fingers go out, turn the wrist in, so the palm faces out on counts 1 and 2, and then the palm faces in on 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sense? Siri was trying to make a comment. She's not invited. Okay. Yeah. Any questions so far?
I do.
Yeah.
Is this a soft reverse floreo or a soft
It's not reverse because I'm turning my wrist inward. If it's reversed, I'm turning my wrist outward. So my wrists are coming in into the center and then fingers go out. So I'm turning in 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a good question.
It feels odd today, so it's just me.
I'm glad you asked.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's put it all together. And if at any point you feel like you're losing control of the arms, stop doing the hands and just focus on the rest of the move and maybe do some practice on the wall and then practice with just the hands and then get a slow piece of fast, I would say like an 85 beats per minute and try it with that. Okay? Okay. All right. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so another challenge is to keep the elbows lifted the whole time, because sometimes when we turn our hands like this, we're still might have this happening. So might be mindful of keeping those elbows lifted. Okay. All right, so the cue. Does everybody know what the cue is for this step?
No, that's
Anybody?
hard.
Well, your arms
No,
become
you
horizontal.
either do a regular aerobic
You're already in a
or
rhythmic
regular-
undulation,
Okay.
and then you bring your arms to horizontal.
Yeah.
Well, that's your setup. Yes.
Yes, very good, Jory. I knew you'd know it. And Helen was saying the same thing, right?
Basically.
So when we have a dramatic change from the arms overhead to the arms here at shoulder height, that it all happens in one. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're going to see that dramatic change in the arms. Okay, so let's look at the half turn. So the half turn for this is going from the front to the left side wall and then to the right side wall, and either directly back to the left side wall, or it could stop at the front. If it goes back to the left side wall, it has to finish the right side wall. So just like we said, the core step is 2 counts. With the hip twist, now it becomes 4 counts. And then when we add the half turn, now it's 8 counts. So what you have to do with a 4 count step is listen to your phrasing, because if I do 4 here and then go here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, then I come back to the front, I have 4 counts left of that phrase. I've got to figure out what to do with, you know? So if you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's the better thing to do to work with 8 count phrasing. So let's talk about the feet. All 4 count steps turn on 3. So what we're going to do is do right, left, and bring our right foot directly beside the left, pivot on the right foot, and then put the left foot down. And we want to make sure, just like with Turkish shimmy or rhythmic undulation shimmy, when we go to the side walls, we're at dance angle. So find that at your side wall, put your toes and your belly button to your front left corner if your box is facing the side wall. Line your arms, shoulders up to the side wall and look at the side wall and go 1, 2, 3, pivot 4. Yeah. And then again, 1, 2, 3, pivot 4. So you'll look to the lead to see, are we stopping in the front? Or are we stopping to the right side or left side, that side? So what you're looking for is a dramatic change from arms here. And then you'll see this is the hip twist. And then I'm going to look on 3, turn a quarter turn to this left side. And then I'll turn a half turn to this other side, and then either come back to the front or do it again. But hey, it's so much fun. Why not do it again? 1, 2, 3, turn 4. 1, 2, 3, turn 4. Yeah? Feels good? Makes sense?
That's great.
Okay. So we're always going to, you're either going to end it or you're going to keep it going. You've got the options. You know, you can do everything as many times as you want. Okay, so now what I want to do is put this into a drill and practice it with our other fast level 1 steps. So that's rhythmic undulation to start with, then go into the hip twist, take it into a half turn, and then you can come out into a swivel step or Egyptian. And then let's do a half turn that way, because the interesting thing of putting these 2 things together is we're doing a half turn to the side walls and then a half turn to the front and back walls. So that creates a lot of texture and interest when you're dancing. And then, so that's it, just those 3 steps: Arabic hip twist, and swivel step, adding our half turns to both. And then you can repeat that as many times as you want. And then try to add a pivot bump in there somewhere. So do you want to replace the swivel step with a pivot bump, or do you want to add the pivot bump in additionally, and where would it go? So that's the challenge for whoever's leading this drill. So let's do it real quick together, okay? All right, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can pivot. I can do this as many times as I want to. Just let the music be your boss. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, turn 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Do the half turn as many times as you want. Just listen to the music. I can come back here, and if I'm going to do either swivel or bump, take the arms up. I can do a half turn. You can do as many half turns as you want to, and then come back to the front, come up on the balls of the feet, and go into repeating the drill.
All right.
Sound good?
Good.
Yeah? Does anybody want to lead?
Just got a question.
Mm-hmm.
When you half turn that one, is that like swivel step where it keeps going until you do another move, or do you need to cue that each time?
You could keep going. Sorry, I just thought I thought I said that, but maybe I didn't specify it.
No, I think you probably did, but my mind wandered a moment, I have to admit.
Oh, so wait. Okay, so your question is, can you keep the half turn going, or do you have to go back to the front?
Are you obliged to keep it going, or do you have to re-cue it each time? So you know how with the swivel step, if you half turn, you have to keep going until you change the move. Is it the same with the flourish?
Well, yes,
No,
because
that's
you have to come back to the front and change the move to end the half turn, but you can
so you wouldn't have to cue it.
You can stay in the hip twist and come back to the front.
Hip twist.
And I think that's where what the Helen was asking
Right.
or commenting about, right?
Because you did that.
Yeah. So I could. So the answer to
Thank you. Sorry, you probably did say it. I'm a little sleepy.
No worries, no worries. I just want to make sure everybody heard it, because I could certainly say something and not make sense. All right, so the question, Jillian's question is 1, 2, 3, turn 4, 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 1, 2, come back to the front, and I could keep doing it. But if I'm going to do it again, I would have to start at the front and go this way, and then do this side, this side. So to answer Helen's question, or answer what Helen was commenting about, I could come back to the front, and I don't have to change the move. I can change the move, but I can, if there's a little bit of the phrase that I want to play out, I can come back to the front and just stay there and do it.
So it's not like the swivel step half turn rule.
Right, not
You have to
exactly
do
like
each
the
side.
swivel
You
step
have to
half.
do each side
Yes.
first, but,
Yeah.
But really, it's more.
You could come back to the front and do the core step.
Yeah.
So another point I want to make before we go into this drill is I want you to slowly move through the half turn, because I don't want you to feel like you have to sling your arms. Okay, so whenever I come from this side to that side, I'm going to push with the right foot. I'm going to frame my arms. My head and my arms are going to go into the turn first, because the chest is lifted, and then the chest, and then the hips and the low body come next. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2. So see, there's this twist, but I want to make sure you're not slinging those arms to get you around, or levering the arms, if that makes sense. So go slow enough to where you don't feel like you're trying to sling your arms, because what happens when you sling your arms is you straighten your arms. And then it's like your whole body has kind of this whiplash to the arms. It's where you're not really holding the arm frame anymore. You're not really controlling the step. You're just slinging. your arms to get you from this side to that side. So be aware what's happening. If you are slinging, then that's fine. We'll keep working on it. But I'd love it to get where you can completely control the step and get that twist in the body from one side to the other without affecting the arm frame. Yeah? Okay. All right. Does anybody want to lead? No? Would you guys like to follow?
I can lead to try and make up my
Okay.
faux pas.
Did not make a
That's-
faux pas.
Yes.
No faux pas.
So what was it? It was swivel step and rhythmic undulation with a twist and turning them.
Are you asking me what the drill sequence is? Is that what you're
Yeah.
asking? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so-
Did I get that right? I'm just
Rhythmic-
not trusting my memory.
Let me just say it just to make sure. Rhythmic undulation, core step, then the hip twist, then the half turn, then swivel half turn, and repeat, and then add pivot bump in there somewhere. Or pivot bump can replace swivel. Does that sound good?
That sounds marvelous.
Marvelous. All right, so what I'd love to do is play a slower tempo song. So to give you guys the time, because I feel like the faster tempo songs like Reed Dance
Make you want to swing your
make
arms.
you want to, yeah, they make you want to swing your arms, which is bad. Let's control those arms. I know, right, Jillian? Okay, so let me find my song again. All right, Jillian, do you want to lead the whole song? Because this is 5 minutes.
No.
I should probably hand to somebody else. I think
Okay.
people would be tired of me after about half of that at least.
Okay, and Jory, did you say that you would lead as well, or you wanted to?
Sure, I could share the lead.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna bounce from Jillian to Jory to you guys, right?
Cool.
Okay. All right. Okay. If anybody else wants to lead,
International. Is
It's what?
Jory still in like Costa Rica?
I'm in Costa Rica, yes.
I'm so excited. We're going to ping all around the world.
Yes, that's right.
yeah, I love it. All right. Let's get Jillian spotlighted.
We have an international crew tonight.
Can everybody see Jillian? Awesome. Okay, so the rule is when you're done, when you need an emergency exit, just turn to face us. Turn to face the rest of your team.
حبيتك بجنون يلي سحر عيونك مريت بعيون يلي سحر عيونك مريت بعيون حبيتك 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 بجنون حبيتك 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 بجنون
fun. Thanks for leading, you guys. How did it feel?
What are you mumbling?
Something messed up for you?
Yeah, I couldn't get around fast enough.
Oh, that last time, or
Well, no, a few times.
the
It's
half
like,
the half turn? You're not getting around fast enough.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Yeah.
we can look
So
at the
this
feet.
struggle for me at the beginning.
Yeah, and it was a struggle for you to get around in on 3-4.
When I started dancing,
Mm-hmm.
I went
In the
around and
beginning.
woo!
Okay. And
I was very-
woo,
I don't
right?
do it anymore, but I did
I'll
do the
practice.
whip around.
Oh yeah.
Well, that was also the fusion style, the whip around.
Yeah, so there was a different style that you did where you really used your arms as leverage to get around. Okay, yeah. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
I'll figure out what it is.
Okay.
The muscle memory to get rid of.
Well, we can break down the feet. So how was it following Jillian?
Great. I'm sorry.
Great.
Very good, very good.
Yeah.
Jory was good.
And Jory, how was it following Jory?
Good.
And these guys?
Good.
Good. All right. Perfect. Well, I've got a few comments.
Comments away.
I think everybody could bring their right foot in to their left foot, closer to their left foot for the turn. And there's a couple reasons for that. So instead of leaving your right foot in front and going right, left, and leaving the right foot where it is and turning here, and then going right, left, and leaving the right foot where it is and turning here, because if you could bring your right foot directly underneath your hip, you'll get more of a hip twist. And remember, it says hip twist in the name, so it must be important, right? So we want to get a twist when we're going from one side to the other. And the way you do that is bring the right foot beside the left foot, pivot on the right foot. So it'll help save you time. It'll keep you on your center, and it'll help bring your right foot directly under your hip to give more emphasis on the hip twist. So when we're doing this normally, facing the front, we go 1, 2, we're going to turn our toe and knee out and twist it in, almost like we're scooping with the hip, like the hip is like a little bowl that's scooping something in front of it. And then we'll reset and do it again. But when we turn, it gets diminished because we're so focused on the turn and getting from one side to the other. But if you can step right, left, bring the right foot directly beside the left, and then pivot on the right foot. So maybe that would also help you get around a little faster, because if we keep our feet closer together. So everybody I see in this class is keeping their right foot out and pivoting on the right foot and then going to the left foot, and keeping their right foot out here and pivoting like that. So if you can go right, left, bring the right foot beside the left, and then pivot. Yeah. So this is 1, 2, 3, bringing the right foot back on 3 and pivoting on the and to be on the left foot on 4. Sorry, I got a little excited on that turn. So 1, 2, 3, turn 4. Make sense? And I think it'll help you feel a lot more balanced with the and because that having your feet apart and you're trying to pivot with your feet apart, you know, it can make it more challenging, the step. Yeah. Okay. So any other thoughts or questions? So I think I hope I addressed your question. So now you just got to practice it, right? It just takes practice. And then just everybody tighten their feet up. So what can happen here is this step can look so similar to our Turkish shimmy if we don't make it round and fluid, because both of these have horizontal arms, and both of these turn to the sidewalls. So they look very similar together. So when we're doing them, we tend to try to keep the Turkish shimmy separated from the hip twist. Yeah, because unless this is really staccato, the rhythmic undulation. But if you can see, the structure of it looks so different or so similar to this. So we've really got to work hard on the hip twist and this round fluidity. Yeah. So that's where we have to learn how to develop and translate the movements from staccato to round fluidity, because if we're going to put these in the same song, we really need to work at making it clear the difference between the two, the different feelings, and not put them back to back. Okay, any other questions? I thought everybody did great with inserting the pivot bump in there. Yeah, that was really nice. And I thought when you come back to the front, everybody that led would come back to the front and immediately raise their arms up for the swivel or the pivot bump. And that's perfect. That's exactly what you've got to do. But what happened with the flourish and the where we're going to go in level 3 tonight is students start trying to think, well, hey, wouldn't it be cool if, you know, I could there was some other option to where I could end this step with my arms up. And that's what the flourish gives you. So the flourish looks like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's really pretty. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I love this because I get to use a horizontal arm, and then I have a special 4 counts to get my arms up, and I can end with my arms up in these big, beautiful framing arms over my head, which is a great photo opportunity. And your skirt's planing out. So this always looks good if you tell your photographers to photograph you right at the end of the hip twist flourish. So the whole thing is 8 counts. The cue is I'm going to look over my right shoulder, and there's going to be a delayed wrist rotation as the arms sweep up overhead. All right, so try it with me. So let's go into the core step. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to look over my right shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to step right, left, right, left. So the feet, 1, 2, 3, 4. Cue 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I'm going to step my right foot over my left foot on 5, then unwind, left foot on 6, right foot around on 7, end with your left foot on 8. So your right foot's free to go back into it if you want to. And you can do this as many times as you want to. So right, left, weights on the left, right foot crosses over the left, and that's 5 on the right foot, 6 on the left foot, 7 on the right foot, 8 on the left foot. So we're just going to step around, right, left, left. So 4 complete steps. So you have to pace yourself so you don't get too fast. We want to gradually come around in 4 counts, not whip around, right? Yeah, Liz, that's right. So let's let Kendra in. Okay, so let's try it again. We're going to come, let's just look at the arms. So we're going to come 1, 2, 3, 4, cue 1, 2, 3, 4. Rotate the palms out like you're sliding your hands up and overhead. So originally, before the flourish term came up, Mega said this was called the column turn, and it was like you're sliding your arms up a column with the palms facing out. So it looks like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pretty, huh? Okay, try it with me. God, leave me alone today. All right, so I'm gonna go look to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I want you to feel how that right foot steps across. So that's your 5 on the right foot, left foot 6, right foot 7, left foot 8. Okay, so when you step across, that gets this nice twist in the body where the hips start going into the turn and then the upper body is delaying going into the turn. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I love the flourish. So you need to be doing the hip twist before you key the flourish. But here's the trick is you don't have to do the Arabic before the hip twist. Because as long as the arms are up, if I was doing swivel and then I go like this, that's okay. Because it's such a dramatic arm change that you can see it.
That's what I was saying earlier.
Oh, that's what you were saying
I was
earlier.
preempting.
Yes. So my idea was to do the first drill, focus on the rhythmic undulation first, then we'll walk it in up to the hip twist, and then now this one's going to address that.
Makes more sense now.
So now our next drill, let's just focus on the hip twist with the flourish, and then whoever leads, just put it with these basic steps. But let's talk about Egyptian before, arms up. So that's really nice to come down. I just demoed that for you. And then when you come out, you're on the balls of the feet and your arms up. So you would just go flat foot to go into the swivel step afterwards. Now, shimmy before, I would need to walk my arms up, and I'm already on the balls of the feet. So then I would walk my arms up for say 4 counts and then come down into the hip twist and then go on to the flourish. Afterwards, if I came out of this flourish, then I could drop my arms here and stay on the balls of the feet and go into shimmy really nicely. And that would be a real dramatic arm cue. So you can play around with those and see what you think. Play with your transitions. Sounds good? Yeah? Okay.
What's the drill?
There is no drill.
Oh, there is no drill.
I mean, there is a drill, but the drill is flourish. Practice your flourish with the basic steps, basic fast steps. Okay? Okay. All right. Okay. Who wants to lead? All right. If there's no comment on leading, that means they're doing it. So everybody good with that?
Yep.
Okay. All right, so let's get a little bit faster. A little bit faster. Let's go to Badass Melody. Very good. How did it feel? Easy to follow? And Helen threw in
It's super easy to follow Erin with her big white flower.
super easy to follow you with your white flower because they can see it moving for the cue. Oh, I love it. That's a great idea. That's a great
No
idea.
flower, there's a flower.
Yeah.
Well, the flowers.
Follow the flower.
Look at the flowers.
Yeah.
Look at the flowers. And Walking Dead fans. know what that
Awesome.
means.
So remember, you guys, remember you've got to keep those arms stationary. You've got to keep them soft, right? And the hands soft, because if you start moving the arms back and forth like this, then it looks like Turkish shimmy, right? So watch out, Pachi. Your arms kind of moving a little bit back and forth like that it could be misunderstood for your Turkish shimmy. Does that make sense? So your homework through the holidays is to get someone else in your life to help you practice. And that doesn't have to be another dancer. So hold my hands, right? So, all right, put your hands. All right. So like get them to hold their hands on the bottom. You hold your hands on the top and you're going to go like this. Yeah. So it could be your husband. It could be your girlfriend. It could be your partner. It's probably going to have to be a person though. It could be,
Your dance team.
or your mailman, or I don't know, it could be anything, or the Amazon delivery guy, you know. Get some video of you practicing holding your frame, right? Just putting your hands in their hands, okay? And I'm going to send you a drill. So the drill is going to incorporate our T-swat and our four corners and our hip twist and our flourish and then some swivel. Okay, so if you guys want to get some video of somebody helping you practice your arms and then the drill and send it to me and make me so happy, that'll be my Christmas present. Yeah. Okay.
Didn't we used to use a broomstick to practice that?
Yeah, so we do that with our broom dialect. So you can use also any kind of umbrella or you know, any kind of stick or cane can help you keep your arms equal, your hands equal distance, and help you to hold your arm frame and move your body in the middle of that frame. So yeah, you can practice with a prop too, but some kind of stationary object like a wall or a person. You can even put your hands on someone's shoulders, you know, like this too. I know, right? Okay, great job, you guys. I hope you enjoyed level 2. The last level 2 of 2023. Woohoo! I wish I had some fireworks to shoot off. I know, confetti. So Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays. And I'll miss you guys. And I'll see you back the first week of January. Let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not the first week of January. It's the second week of January. So we'll be back here on the 11th. And then level 1's going to start on the 9th.
Now,
Huh?
a couple months from now.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
And we have a month off.
So y'all could get together with each other and practice online if you want to.
True.
Yeah. But it's all like I'm traveling and then my husband's birthday and then we've got a performance.
It's okay.
No, I'm sorry. Everybody needs a little break sometimes though. Yes. So y'all enjoy it and we'll jump over to level 3.